Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be talking about Jupiter through houses 7 to 9, and let's do the damn thing. Jupiter is originally ruled by the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules the themes of higher knowledge. So, when it comes to Jupiter in your chart, this is where you accumulate a lot of life experiences and a lot of knowledge, making you a wise man or wise woman in that area of life. With Jupiter, you see the themes of higher education, specifically college education or just education from life experiences, because life is one big school, right? We're always learning something each and every day. Jupiter also is the ability to see the broad perspective of whatever area of life Jupiter resides in your chart, as well as Jupiter also indicates the themes of your perceptions, your belief system. It's where this area of life is expanded for you because Jupiter rules expansion. You know, Jupiter blows up anything it touches. You know, it's like a big balloon, or, you know, it's like a big magnifying glass. You know, that is Jupiter. Jupiter expands whatever it touches in your chart. And it's also the planet of blessings as well, because wherever Jupiter is placed in your chart, that's where you get a lot of abundance, a lot of blessings in that area of life. Jupiter in the 7th house. So somebody with this placement can have a lot of expansion brought to them by their marriage partner. Their marriage partner brings a lot of benefits into their life, such as more money. Like, say if you have your 7th house with Taurus ruling the 7th house, and then you have Jupiter in Taurus. This person can bring a lot of money into your life to where, you know, once you guys conjoin together, you reap the benefits of getting a lot of money, you know, from your marriage partner. There's a flip side to Jupiter as well, to where it could also expand any issues that you have in your marriage. So say if you have Scorpio in the 7th house with Jupiter in Scorpio, you know, it can magnify any kind of like abuse or trauma within your marriage partnership. Business contracts are positive for the most part. Any person that you do business with, they're typically good-natured people, and a lot of the contracts and deals that you get into benefit you immensely, to where, you know, you get a lot of blessings when you partner with people and you do business with people. So somebody with this placement, they would do well partnering up with people when it comes to a business that you're building. Jupiter in the 7th house could also indicate where you attract people that help you see the broad perspective of the role that you play in your relationships, in your one-to-one relationships. You're able to understand the effect that you have on people because you're able to see yourself from a bird's eye view. Jupiter in the 7th house, you have the blessing of attracting a partner who's wise. They're very good-natured. They love to travel, very adventurous kind of person. You attract somebody that is a teacher or has teacher-like qualities. They have a lot to teach you in life, specifically about marriage and one-to-one partnerships and love. Jupiter in the 8th house. So somebody with this placement can have a lot of knowledge when it comes to the themes of the underworld. They're very experienced in underworld activities. These people have a lot of knowledge when it comes to sex, both the three-dimensional sense and the spiritual side of sex. Somebody with this placement also has a lot of secrets about themselves, and they're also known to be the gatekeeper of other people's secrets. They know a lot about other people's secrets. These people are very blessed when it comes to inheritance, tax returns, loans, any kind of shared resources. They always luck out when it comes to these things. These people could also be able to be some sort of tax advisor, or, they may specialize when it comes to banks and loans and things of that nature as well. But mainly they receive a lot of blessings when it comes to inheritance in a spiritual sense. Like, these people can inherit the gift from an ancestor, the gift of the third eye, being able to see through the third dimension. They could inherit that kind of gift. Also, going back to knowledge as well, they're very knowledgeable on the occult as well. When it comes to their traumas, these people receive a lot of support and opportunities to heal from these things. Specifically sexual traumas. These people, that's another thing with Jupiter in the 8th house. People, when it comes to sex and intimacy, these people go through deep psychological transformations when it comes to sex. Like, these people are able to activate their higher chakra when it comes to sex, because Jupiter is the planet of being able to see the higher perspective, or be able to access a higher state of mind. So these people are able to do that when it comes to their sexual partners. Basically, their sexual partners are a source of healing for them, and also their sexual partners help them expand their consciousness through the sexual energy. Another thing with Jupiter in the 8th house is this indicates that somebody with this placement has accumulated a lot of debt in their lifetimes. That could be in a spiritual sense, or even in a literal sense, to where they owe a lot of people money. Or, in a spiritual sense, it could just indicate where you're indebted to a lot of people, places, and things that you spiritually bonded yourself to. Jupiter in the 9th house. This is Jupiter's domain. Jupiter is at home here. So somebody with this placement has a lot of opportunities to learn and expand their worldview. They get the chance to find their truth through their many experiences in life. These people also have the blessing of meeting a lot of interesting people, and people who are teachers to them. They could have really good teachers, like literally when it comes to like their college education, or just people who aren't necessarily teachers, but they're very wise, and these people have a lot of life experience themselves, and these people come into this individual's life to share the wisdom that they gain from their own personal life experiences, and that further helps somebody with this placement to establish their belief systems, really figure out what's true for them in life, and really just overall get a broad perspective on the world in general through their many encounters with people. Jupiter here can also indicate that this person has the ability to accumulate a vast amount of knowledge. And a lot of the times, people with this placement, they become teachers themselves because they have a lot of life experience. They're very wise people typically. These people end up wanting to give the gift of knowledge and share what they know, just as people shared what they knew with them. You know what I'm saying? Jupiter also has a flip side to where it magnifies things. So Jupiter here can also magnify any issues with your perception or your belief system as well. It could bring about a lot of situations that help you really get a full picture on certain belief systems that you have, especially if they're causing like an issue for you, depending if your Jupiter is afflicted. Overall, somebody with Jupiter in the 9th house is very blessed because, again, they have the opportunity to accumulate a lot of knowledge through There are many experiences with people, places, and things to where the more you know, the more freedom that you have, and the more access to things you have in life, the more easier life gets for you because you're open to many different things. That is all I have for you guys today on Jupiter through houses 7 to 9. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them down below. And if you fuck with the channel, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.